Electoral Verification Program 2019 identified and removed 67,844 voters, including fake voters, informs Chief Minister Nongthaman Bireen. Asserts state government will not remain silent on any unjust deed or act. Head of RIMS Psychiatry Department, Dr. R.K. Lenin, emphasizes importance of psychotherapy and counseling, says it can be beneficial for people experiencing suicidal ideation behavior. People in various fields seeks collective efforts to prevent suicide, urges public to reach out and offer mental support to those in risk on World Suicide Prevention Day. And Manipur logs 0 new COVID-19 cases and deaths in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.44%. Karamjay, good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on ICE News. And I'm Victoria RAJKUMARI with you. In the next 30 minutes, I'll be taking you through the day's latest updates from across the state and the world. Now the top stories. Chief Minister Nongthaman Bireen said that the Electoral Verification Program 2019 has identified and removed 67,844 voters, including fake voters. He said that the Manipur government will not remain silent on any unjust deed or act, pointing out that 24,636 voters have been removed from the electoral list of one district alone. The Chief Minister said the state will continue to suffer unrest if people are not sincere enough. The Chief Minister asserted that if we are not sincere enough and don't have a sense of belongingness and care with ownership, unrest will prevail in our state. The Chief Minister further said that the state government has also recommended the Centre for the omission of 282 deserted hamlets under MGNREGS. Chief Minister Nongthaman Bireen also inaugurated the Thado Heritage Museum at Kaithelmanbi, Champhai, Kangpokpi today. He said that to preserve our diverse socio-cultural heritage, the state government has constructed various tribal museums in different parts of the state. Head of RIMS Psychiatry Department, Dr. R.K. Lenin, emphasized the importance of psychotherapy and counseling, asserting that it can be beneficial for people who are experiencing chronic suicidal ideation and behavior and help in preventing suicide. He said the same during a cycle rally on World Suicide Prevention Day today. RIMS Psychiatry and Clinical Psychology Department organized a rally on the theme Creating Hope Through Action. RIMS Medical Superintendent Professor N. Sanjeev flagged off the rally from Kangla Western Gate. Dr. R.K. Lenin said that teenagers and young adults have the highest rates of suicide compared to other ages. He asserted that every 40 seconds, one person around the world commits suicide, with young people particularly vulnerable. He urged the people to be the light and listen and provide care and comfort to those who might have suicidal thoughts, feelings or intentions. Many faculty members and staff of RIMS Psychiatry and Clinical Psychology Department took part in the event, which concluded at RIMS Psychiatry campus.
Depression ki unin nuai tabagi frustration ki maung ura ba uragati aikoina mangonda mateng kitang pangbiba unin phagatbiba aikoina psychological first aid hai isuna bihoraba amati matang sana kangai manakta pubi horaba magi problem do pemyam changna solve tawna konaragati suicide se prevent tabu yai asi doctor khaktana nurse khaktana tawgata banate aikoi kutingmakna agi naknaba actually now chaisu imanaba singda mateng pangba yaba dugumba step amani cycle.
Observed annually on the 10th of September, World Suicide Prevention Day aims to raise awareness about suicide prevention and creating hope through action with a variety of events and activities around the world. Creating hope through action is the triennial theme for the World Suicide Prevention Day from 2021 to 23. This theme is a reminder that there is an alternative to suicide and aims to inspire confidence and light in all of us that one's action, no matter how big or small, may provide hope to those who are struggling. World Suicide Prevention Day was established in 2003 by the International Association for Suicide Prevention in conjunction with the World Health Organization (WHO). The day focuses attention on the issue, reduces stigma and raises awareness among organizations, government and the public, giving a singular message that suicide can be prevented. Various events and activities including conferences, seminars, discussion forums, formulating new policies for suicide prevention, media programs, memorial ceremonies to remember those who lost the battle to mental illness, educating adolescents on suicide, and who to reach out to if needed, and establishing support groups and special facility centers as resources for depression and suicide awareness and treatment are held in the various countries worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 703,000 people a year take their life around the world. For every suicide, there are likely 20 other people making a suicide attempt, and many more have serious thoughts of suicide. Millions of people suffer intense grief or are otherwise profoundly impacted by suicidal behaviors. Suicide is a major preventable cause of premature death, which is influenced by psychosocial, cultural, and environmental risk factors that can be prevented through worldwide responses that address these main risk factors. Debunking the myths and stereotypes that have long been associated with depression and suicide is the bedrock to dismantling the stigma, addressing and preventing this global public health emergency and creating hope through action. Many communities around the world reaffirm their commitment to suicide prevention and ensure that suicide is no longer stigmatized, criminalized, or penalized on World Suicide Prevention Day. Many people, health experts, renowned personalities of the state have called upon the people to come together in solidarity with others who have lost family members, friends and colleagues to suicide, and those who want to show their support for people in our communities who are living with thoughts of suicide on World Suicide Prevention Day. Among them are Associate Professor, Department of Psychiatry, Sujo Academy of Health Sciences, Imphal, Dr. Mona Nomai Kapam, clinical psychologists Pangnam Thoibi and Pampak Kumukcham. Their strays on the casual factors, debunk myths and misconceptions of suicide. They maintain that everyone can play a role in preventing suicide by being aware of the warning signs of suicidal behaviors, and highlighted that the importance of setting suicide prevention as a priority of public health. They also called upon the public to reach out and offer mental support to those in risk.
Jai Kudingi, Satirava suicidal pandemic, Sina, Rakuman, Mio Kayamagi, Family, Pick the Tea of the Niku Kudingi, Mio Yamagi, Family, Aduna, Dr. Hoyle Sinclair Sinadi, Koda Roy, Kud Maki, Adam Minatuna, Wahi Matana Gana Roy, Kupana, Samnaraga, Imundagi Hona, Ishadagi Hona, Aduka Aginaki, the lady Bagi Sing, Wahanamai, the Sinbagi Mo, Boy, the Hoga, Aduka Agili, Sanstan, Smaila, as a community level, Agi, Nagi, and Liverpool Sing, the awareness created of Naduna, where Ponano, Suicide State,
Chahi amada amuk lakpa World Suicide Prevention Day ne nasigi matang wali sanaba kakinataba. Can we make this a lifestyle to make it a habit to take each other's back, on the lookout for each other, help each other, and help the survivors also? Let's try to prevent this.
Teams they have the creating hope through action have it. Now the creating hope through action high because suicide is something preventable over. See there is an alternative to suicide. There is a hope have any kind of action, like it can maybe like big one or a small one. Support people, even listening to the people like who are struggling, have say they can impact. The struggle
Yaol Northeast also observed World Suicide Prevention Day today on the theme Creating Hope Through Action. The event was held at the Youth Rising Star Club Community Hall in Kwagaitil. The theme, Creating Hope Through Action, serves as a reminder that there is an alternative to suicide and aims to inspire confidence and light in everyone that one's action, no matter how big or small, may provide hope to those who are struggling. The organization organized a session on understanding suicide and prevention to mark the day. The session aimed to help students break myths and misconceptions revolving around suicide, understand its warning signs and measures to prevent, and be of support to anyone going through mental crisis. An on-spot poster and slogan competition was also held after the session. Many students from various schools across Imphal participated in the event. Jiribam District also observed the World Suicide Prevention Day. District Health Society Jiribam organized the event on the theme Creating Hope Through Action at 50 Bedded Hospital in Jiribam District. Speaking at the event, District Program Manager R.K. Bushosana said that around 7 lakh people die due to suicide in the world every year. He emphasized the importance of raising awareness on suicide and asserted that the event aimed to create hope through action for suicide prevention, to shift public perception, spread hope and share vital information to people affected by suicide. He maintained that those experiencing mental crisis and problems can reach out to state helpline number 104 anytime. Medicine specialist Dr. Justin Haubam, District Surveillance Officer Jiribam Dr. Nonika Larembam, hospital staffs, ASHA workers, Mayra Pibis and many people took part in the event. Manipur reported 0 COVID-19 cases and deaths in the last 24 hours. According to the latest updates from COVID-19 Command Control Room, the state's cumulative coronavirus cases stands at 139,755, out of which 27 are active cases, while death toll remains at 2,148. On a positive note, 8 individuals recuperated from the disease in the last 24 hours. With this, state's recovered cases has risen to 137,580. Recovery rate has improved to 98.44%, while state's daily positivity rate stands at 0%. The cumulative doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered till date is at 32,04,102. Meanwhile, India has reported a spike of 5,554 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The new infections took the country's caseload to over 4.44 crore, while active caseload has dropped to 48,850. The country also reported 18 new COVID-related deaths in the last 24 hours, taking the total death toll to over 5.28 lakh. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, 6,332 recoveries were registered in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of recoveries to 4.39 crore. The country's recovery rate has improved to 98.7%. Over 214.77 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 61 crore 32 lakh, while more than 65 lakh 15,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 59 crore 15 lakh. Globally, United States of America, USA, has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. A combined team of Thoubal Commando and 16 Assam Rifles arrested 2 individuals in possession of suspected brown sugar at Yaripok, Singha. The arrested persons have been identified as 56-year-old Mohammad Zalauddin, son of Mohammad Salauddin of Yaripok, Singha, and 31-year-old Zakir Hussain, son of Samad Ali of Hailakandi District, Assam. Acting on a tip-off, the team Thoubal Additional SP Operation O RAJKUMARI Thoubal Commando OC K Nitharanjan under the overall supervision of Thoubal SP Jogesh Chandra Hobijam raided a house at Yaripok Singer around 9:30 p.m. yesterday, during which the team seized 22 soap cases of suspected brown sugar weighing 516.2 grams. The team also recovered one bolero bearing registration number AS11P3381. The arrested persons and seized items have been handed over to Yaripok Police Station for further necessary legal actions, and a case has also been registered against the incident. Now it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching IS News.
HIV haiba virus asina mipum khudingmakta sokhali.
Masigi namkhai leite chahi laining kanglub natraga nupa nupi angang khaide.
Masina mi amadagi amada mathang sendokpa ngam.
Aina dom sinari HIV test tong nabagidama. Aina dom sinari kondom sisna bagidama.
Aina dom sinari nasabo HIV dai kanjanaba. HIV AIDS ki maramda hena kupa moron khangnabagidama.
AIDS toll-free number 1097 na phone tobi.
English Hindi natraga Manipuri de wari saba yagani.
Nako AIDS app su download tobiu amadi sisna view.
Welcome back. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on IS News. Now proceeding with other news. Meetei community across the state observed the annual Tarpan ritual today. Tarpan is an annual ritual in which people offer tributes to their late ancestors. It is observed on the 16th day of Langban month, which falls in the Manipuri lunar calendar. Rajya Sabha MP Sanajau Semba headed the Tarpan ritual, which was held at Uttara Shanglin in Palace Compound. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, he asserted that the ritual aimed to show respect to the late ancestors.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯔꯣꯜ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯥꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯉꯝ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯥꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯀꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯥꯟꯃꯤ ꯑꯊꯧꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯤꯆꯝ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯄꯥꯡꯕ ꯉꯝꯖꯗꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯖꯗꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯀꯅꯥꯝꯇ ꯍꯩ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯠꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯄꯥꯡꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯥꯖꯖꯩ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯡꯖꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯦꯟꯕꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯔꯝꯂꯦꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯌꯥꯏꯐꯕ ꯄꯤꯅꯕꯤꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤ.
As many as 91 cases were taken up, of which 43 cases were settled, and a total amount of 24,86,400 rupees were settled in the special Lok Adalat held in Imphal East, Imphal West and Bishnupur districts today. The special Lok Adalat in the three districts was organized by the Manipur State Legal Services Authority Masalsa in association with Imphal East, Imphal West and Bishnupur District Legal Services Authorities at Lamphal Court Complex, Imphal and Bishnupur Court Complex, Bishnupur District. The special Lok Adalat was organized specially for the cases which were not put up in the last National Lok Adalat that was held on August 13. 3 matrimonial cases pending in the court were among the 43 cases settled. Other cases related to bank recovery, special civil disputes, family matters except divorce, insurance matters, domestic violence cases, BSNL bill cases and NI Act check bouncing cases are put up in the Lok Adalat. As per the calendar prescribed by the National Legal Services Authority, the next National Lok Adalat will be held on November 12th.
Masigi Lok Adalat ki yamna kanaba wafam si kaino haibada court ki proceeding sang na sathabadu kariguma yanabagi pot ama leiragadi yam tentak na senting dana lushin bama ani subadana court ta case file dogi bada changiba court fee sing adu karigumba masida yanaba poragadi ekoi court fee sing adu loina full loina handokani adumi provision amasulai atopba mana yam kanaba mana hasi Lok Adalat ta pass tawdoriba rai hise kone award kawi masigi award asi civil court amana piba decree natraga judgment amagi effect tu chaman na lei ana karigumba case asida yana sangaraga karigumba Namana Karimuma Magi Tabak to Bango Gadi, Kota Direct Salaka execution case, Masimon the Tohon Bureau, had my Matakta, Action Local Bureau, had not have Abagidum Kudung Saba Masulay, Adugato Pamana, Masida Tagri, award as he finally Hibadi, Sida Tagriba, Yanava sing as a top court, the man Salaga, even High Court or Supreme Court to Salaga, Masi case, Amuhan Hangoga, Kanavaya, the Bagidumba, finally Malay.
Residents of Noni district are facing immense difficulties owing to the deplorable road along National Highway 37, especially in Noni Bazaar area. Residents of the districts are faced with inconveniences in their daily lives due to the pathetic condition of the road. Huge potholes that have surfaced on the roads have been posing a serious threat to road users, especially school-going children and the commuters. Speaking to media, Chairman of Longmai Village Authority, Kashagai Gangmai, appealed to the state government and the authorities concerned to look into the matter and repair the road at the earliest, else warned that the residents will launch various forms of intense agitations. Noni Battalion of Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarters 22 Sector Assam Rifles and Inspector General of Assam Rifles East organized a quiz competition on Indian cultural and military history at Don Bosco School, Tupul, Noni district today. The quiz competition was conducted with the aim to foster the bond of friendship between locals and the Assam Rifles and also to enhance the general awareness of the students about the rich history. Many students of the district took part in the event. Chamram Segment Voice, in short CSV, in collaboration with SDO Tausem, organized felicitation for 2nd Manipur Olympic 2022 silver medalist Kichua Changliu Gangmei, Dr. Gauding Kangliu Riamei, who successfully completed her PhD in anthropology from Northeastern Hill University, and for meritorious student of 2022 from Chamram Segment at Sekinung in Tangmenglong headquarters. Felicitation was attended by MP nominee Akisin Gangmei, Chairman of Christian Heritage Institute, Kanglingai Riangmei, and many people. Many CSO leaders and student leaders' parents attended the felicitation program. Now the national news. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textile, Piyush Goyal, reaffirmed the desire of both India and USA to continue to work towards strengthening economic relations and strategic partnership. He was addressing the event hosted by US-India Strategic Partnership Forum in Los Angeles. The minister asserted that a strong bond with the people of the United States will transition into business and government very rapidly. Touching upon the growth story that is unfolding in India, he asserted that India is expanding its international engagements with countries across the globe. Goyal noted that having lived, worked and benefited from countries like the US, the Indian diaspora understands the importance of international engagements. Further, reiterating that India is on course to becoming a USD 30 trillion economy in next 25 to 30 years, he asked the Indian diasporas to grab the opportunity that the growth story of India offers. Now the sports news. Two-day first Imphal East District Masters Athletic Meet 2022 kicked off at Kumalam Park Main Stadium today. Lamlai MLA KH Ibomcha inaugurated the athletic meet. It is organized by Imphal East Masters Athletic Association. Speaking at the event, MLA KH Ibomcha encouraged all the sportspersons taking part in the athletic meet. He maintained that sports play a vital role in bringing peace and development in the state and country as a whole. Association President T.H. Rajnikanta, former Daksha of Imphal East District Kumari Navarimbam Basanti, former Joint Director of Youth Affairs and Sports Department Susil Kumar, and many people took part in the event. Wide range of sporting events such as 5-kilometer walking race, 5,000-meter race, long jump, 100-meter race, shoot put, and 400-meter race, hammer throw, etc. were held on the first day of the sports evening. In Durand Cup football, Mohammedan SC booked a spot in the semi-final by defeating Kerala Blasters FC 3-0 in the first quarter-final at Kolkata last evening. It will be the second consecutive semi-final for Mohammedan SC, who registered a comfortable win against a much younger Kerala Blasters side. In the second quarter-final to be played at Kishore Bharati Kirangan in Kolkata, Bangalore FC will take on Odisha FC. The third quarter-final will be played between Mumbai City FC and Chennai FC tomorrow, and on Monday, Hyderabad FC will take on Rajasthan United in the fourth quarter-final. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Electoral Verification Program 2019 identified and removed 67,844 voters, including fake voters, informs Chief Minister Nongthaman Bireen. Asserts state government will not remain silent on any unjust deed or act. Head of RIMS Psychiatry Department Dr. R.K. Lenin emphasizes importance of psychotherapy and counseling, says it can be beneficial for people experiencing suicidal ideation behavior. People in various fields seek collective efforts to prevent suicide, urges public to reach out and offer mental support to those in risk on World Suicide Prevention Day. And Manipur logs 0 new COVID-19 cases and deaths in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.44%. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is IS Primetime Manipur Bulletin. Till then, good night and stay safe.